Hi guys, how are you doing? Just trying to. So basically, what I'm doing over here is I'm trying to cut my nails, right? And there's a reason why I'm doing it on a live stream. The reason is that whenever you want to play a violin, right, or even if you're playing a guitar, if you're playing any instrument where you're pressing down on something, you need to have trim nails. Okay, trim nails, because what happens is when you have long nails, right, it hits the string. So that is a very important part of holding the violin, which you guys must know. So cut your nails or your claws, okay, and then decide to actually hold the violin, because it makes it much easier. Now, if you haven't been to this class before and this is your first class, my name is Vishal and I basically help you guys learn violin on Saturdays at 9 p.m. on this particular live. And the most important thing I want you guys to take from this is the basic, the frets that we added to the violin last time. If you don't know about this, go check my video out, which I'll probably link in the description below once this video is over. Now, the most important thing, or the second lesson that you should know, is today we're going to learn how to hold a violin and how to finally use the bow. Okay, so these are the two things we're going to learn today: how to hold a violin, okay, what is the correct position to hold a violin, and how to use your bow to play. Okay, so these are the two things we will learn. And again, I have another jugaad for you. So if you guys have finished your first lesson, okay, and you now know that, okay, I know how to play Dilbar Dilbar or Mary Had a Little Lamb with this. Like for example, you remember the rule? The basically 1010 2121 fingers are numbered 1 2 3 4, and 1 goes on yellow, 2 goes on green, and 3 goes on red. Okay, so if you guys remember that scheme, this is what we talked about last time. We're going to use this particular same scheme. You don't have to worry about it. We're going to use the same scheme today to help you learn how to use the bow also. Okay, now quick facts. Okay, this part, okay, over here is called a chin rest. That's where you put the side of your jaw like this. Okay, and you see this part, right? This is called the neck region of the violin. We don't call it a fretboard, we call it a neck region. Now let me zoom into a better shot. Okay, this is how you should hold your violin. Okay, this is how it should be. Okay, you release it, you're normal. Okay, you're normal, but when you hold it, it should be like that. Goes comfortably on the side. Okay, you put this part of your thumb, right, this particular part should come over here, and you're ready to hold. Now I have a challenge for you guys. This is what you need to do to get good bowing. Okay, there are two ways to bow. You can either bow down or you can bow up. Both of them produce the same sound. I am playing the second string for those of you who do not know. The second string, or if you're taking from this side, the third string. Okay, so basically you have 4 strings on the violin: 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, these are the 4 strings. I'm playing string number 3. This is called a down bow. Okay, and then you have something called an up bow when you go up. Okay, there are 2 types of bows: down and up, down and up. And whenever you see a clip of any violinist playing, it's a series of this. Like for example, so you may think this is very similar to guitar. It's not similar to guitar. Basically, the motion is down and the motion is up, and the way you hold a bow is very different. This is not strumming. How do you hold a bow? Let's start with how do you hold a pen. Forget about bows, forget about violins for 1 minute. Okay, I'm also going to leave this down. Here's a pen. Okay, this is how a pen is. We usually write like this, right? This is how we usually write. Fine. If you guys can see me, I think it's getting a little blurred. Yeah. So this is basically how you use a pen to write. Now what I want you to do is hold this pen. Okay. Take your right hand. Keep your thumb like this. Curve it like this, like as if you're taking a glass of water to drink. No. Basically, I want you to keep your hands like this. Okay. and take the pen, put it over here, okay, and use your thumb to grip. So basically I want you to do this. This is how it looks, okay. Do this. This is to hold a bow. Now what I want you to do is I want you to curve it a little bit, okay, curve it a little bit, okay, like that. Can you see? So basically curved, curved, curved. So basically it was straight. Now I'm asking you to curve it. Now this is how you play. This is how you use a bow. And note, the wrist, no, should be free. Don't use your whole hand like this, okay. It's not a seesaw. It's basically this part, okay. Your shoulder, okay, just basically helps you move up and down, but it is the wrist which is doing all the action. So take your bow, okay, and hold it just like how you would hold a pen, like that. Now let's take the actual bow. This is the actual bow, okay. This is the actual bow. So in this part, this particular thing is called a frog, okay, the eye. Take, so you see this part over here, this black part which is worn out for me. This black part is where you keep your thumb. So keep your thumb over here, okay. Take your fingers over here. So first straight like this, okay, and then you curve those fingers, keep it nice and keep it nice and easy, and that is how you hold a bow. The amazing thing about the bow is every single point on this bow, the tension changes. The pressure that you have to apply on this part is very less, on this part is quite a lot. But at the end of the day, you need to keep changing the pressure as you play. So that is why violin playing is hard number 2. We're going to make it easy. So now you guys already know how to hold a violin, okay? You now know how to grip the bow. You grip the bow like this. You keep this part of your hand, this part, keep it like this. And now I want you to just basically, this is how you pose as a violinist, okay? This is how you usually do it, okay? And this part should be down, okay? So this is how it should be. Let me switch to another view so that you guys can see fully well how it looks. So basically, this is how it looks. See, I'm not doing anything big. I'm doing small motion. And my wrist is taking all the power in this. So that is what you guys have to keep in mind. So this is basically how you hold a violin, how you hold a bow. Now how do you produce your first sound with a bow? Now you guys know dilba dilba, right? So basically it is 0 1 0 1. So we play like this, no? 0 1 0 1 2 1 2 1. So basically we're going to learn how to play the same thing on the bow. We're going to learn up and down bows. Now take your bow, hold it the correct way, keep your violin. The first challenge you should do is this. Select the third string. Let's zoom in again. Select this particular third string, okay? Remember what the string is called? Don't forget the mnemonic which I gave you. G, D, A and E, okay? From this side to this side. G, D, A and E. Basically, we basically thought of this, go dress and eat, what our mother usually says to us, right? So go dress and eat. So the second particular thing in that series is D, but since we're taking 4 3 2 1 as the strings, the second is D. So D is a string, the second string is D, okay? So what I want to do is take your bow, hold it in the right way, and from this side, okay, from here to here, you have to play down, okay? But here's the catch. You should not touch any other string. It should only be this string. So you need to look carefully at this particular part, okay, and make sure it doesn't touch. And this is how you're going to sound like in the beginning. You're going to sound like this. That's how you're going to sound. It's sounding really bad, but you know how you should sound like? Clean. So I'm doing it again, starting from this side, ending here. You see how the sound is a constant, but if I give a lot of pressure, then it'll sound like that, which is very bad. So holding the bow and using the bow is all about tension. This is the only way you will learn how to use a bow. I can't give you any jugaad like how I gave you for this one, okay? This is the only way. But the first challenge is pick the D string, pick the second string, okay, and play from this part to the tip of the bow, play down. The challenge is you should never touch the other string. That means you shouldn't touch the one on this side, or you shouldn't touch the string on the other side. It should be only this. So see here, I don't know if you can watch properly. Okay, I think this angle is okay. This angle is probably okay. See, okay. See? See the contact between the bow and the C in this part, okay? That's how it should be. And that too, your bow, it shouldn't be like, you should put your bow in this particular part. This is called the bridge and this is the fingerboard. It should be between this, okay? Between this part is a good area for you to play. Don't play here, play somewhere over here, okay? Select the second string, aim for it, and then try to play without touching the other string. And go closer again so you can see this part. It will not come out perfect. Every day, get up, take your violin, take your bow, remember to grip your bow properly, remember to keep your hand like this, and then go. And this is a down bow because we are going from here to here, okay? But what about up bow? Up bow is basically like, that's up, we're going up, okay? So basically, that's where we want to go, okay? Down, up, okay? That's what we want to do. If you open up any violin textbook or notes or something, right? They denote up bow and down bow in two ways. I'm going to show you how it will look like when you look at. So basically, okay, I'm back. When you open up any violin book, any tutorial on the internet, this is what, okay, this is what down bow looks like, down. And you know why it looks like this? It looks like this because, I mean, this is what the notebooks say, and you must know. Look at this part. See? You see this? You see this outline? That's what's here. None of us knew this. I also didn't know it. I read it somewhere recently. That's why down bow, okay? And up bow is denoted as, can you guess? Something to how the bow looks. Yeah. Check it out, guys. It's like an inverted V, okay? It's like an A but without a cross, okay? This is up bow. And think of it why. Look at this part, guys. Look at this part. Look at this. Okay, this is why. This is the reason why. Or look at this part and look at this. Even more similar, right? Even more similar. That is why up bow and down bow. Very important tip when you're holding the bow. Never, ever, ever touch the bow hair. Don't touch this hair, guys. If you have a good quality bow, this particular hair is horse hair. Okay, it's horse tail hair. It is that hair which is over here. But if it's like a synthetic bow that you bought, you'll have nylon, synthetic nylon over here. Whether it's nylon or whether it is horsehair, this part usually becomes dirty. That's why it's always good to wash your hands before you touch the bow and even before you touch the violin. See what happened now. My bow, this bow which I'm holding over here, is at least 10 years old, and I've been very careless. Check this out. Okay, check this out. But it's because of age. And obviously you touch so many times, but never ever ever touch this part. Okay, don't touch this part. Okay, there's another thing you will get with your accessories, and it is called rosin. How to use rosin, when to use rosin. If you don't have a teacher, I'm going to tell you. Before you play the first time, when you buy a new bow, before you play the first time, spend 10 minutes rosining your bow. What does it mean? Take your rosin like this. Some of them have like a thing so that you can hold, but this is sasta mal. Okay, it's simple. So basically you take your bow like this. Okay, you take this and you go like that. Okay, you have to, it's powder, basically powder comes, see, it's powder guys, it's powder. So basically, one second, hold on. It's powder, okay? So basically this powder is going to be like how in carom board, you know, right? In carom board, you play caroms, okay? We keep the striker, we put a talcum powder, or we use the carom board powder, and then we use a striker, right? It is the same thing. That's the same thing which happens over here as well. You have to basically keep your bow like this, okay? And put a carom board powder on it. Okay, this is how you do it. Each part of the violin bow you need to rosin. Okay, this is the middle part of the bow. Okay, rosin the middle part very well, because that is where you're going to be playing most of your stuff. It's over here in this part. Okay, and then obviously the tip. I'm not spending more time rosining it because mine is already done. And when you are finished with rosining it, okay, fully you rosin the whole bow for nice 10 minutes. When the first time you hold, what you should do is take the bow like this, okay, take your hand like this, and gently keep this part, wooden part, gently tap. And you'll find all the excess powder falling off. Why? Because we don't want your violin to be covered with dust, okay, while you're playing. So lightly take your bow, okay, and tap it against your hand like this. Okay, tap it, all the excess powder falls down, your bow is ready to use. But always never forget, don't hold a bow like this. Don't hold a bow like this. Okay, don't hold a bow like this over here, nothing. Make sure this black part that you mostly will get, this is where you put your thumb, okay, and this winding, this is called winding, okay, most of mine is rusted, is where you put your fingers, you put your thumb over here, and this is how you play. Holding the bow is very important thing. Another important thing is this part. So for some of you who are like me, who are very fidgety, who like doing nonsense with the bow and all, we might wind it too much, okay? Wind, and as you wind, no, it becomes the, like, see, let me show you, okay? Let me show you what happens. You shouldn't touch this unless until you have a teacher in the beginning. See, the hair are loose. Can you see the hair? The hair over here are very loose. You can also see one stray hair over here. This will fall off soon. Now, when I start winding, see, it goes back. It goes back. This gap starts to increase. See this gap, okay? Before, the gap was like this, okay? Now see, as I'm winding it over here, you'll see it increasing. See, it's increasing. It's increasing. It can continue to increase, but it shouldn't increase too much, okay? It shouldn't increase too much. Make sure it is moderate. Don't touch this too much. Don't push it to the extreme. When you feel tension, right, that's when you must stop. It shouldn't be too, but it shouldn't be too loose also, otherwise you can't produce any sound. So this is how you hold a bow and hold a guitar. And the first challenge I want you to do is from here to the tip, play the D string, G, D, E, E, the D string I want you to play clean. See it again. The clean sound must come when you travel across, okay? And the last most important thing I want to tell you is, now we learn how to go down bow. Now I want you on the same string to go up bow, okay? So see, second thing you need to do is, after you master this, after you master that, I want you to keep it over here. Don't arch your arms like this, okay? Keep your arms down, but basically move wider, okay? I'll show you on the other screen. So basically I want you not to like go like this, okay? Don't do all that nonsense. You're not trying to do a javelin throw. Up bow is basically keep the tip over here, okay? Just instead of playing like this, I want you to stretch your arms down, okay? And then choose this spot over here in between the bridge and the fingerboard, okay? Keep it over here for the D string, okay? And then go from this tip to this tip, reverse, okay? Okay, again I'll play for you, and I'll play a close-up one so you can see what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. See? Keep the tip over here, okay? And then I go. So basically, and after you get down bow right and up bow right, I want you to play both together. is how you make sound on the violin. I taught you to play a song, okay, with pizzicato, but if you want to hold a bow, you have to go slow only, okay. And then later, you will know how to use up bow and down bow together, okay. So basically, and I want you to count to 4 when you're playing, okay. So basically, go down bow and count 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically, 1, 2, 3, 4 should all be down bow, and when you go up, 1, 2, 3, 4 should be up, okay. I want you to count in your mind, or you can count at your thing also, but see, okay. I'm going to do it. So let's count with me, guys, okay. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we'll go up bow, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it, okay. One more time. If you have a violin, try to pick it up and play this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 1, 2, 3. Up bow. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then switch to up bow. So don't forget, guys. What does this stand for? It's a quiz. What does this stand for? I hope you know it stands for down bow, because down bow is this. And for down bow, we always start bowing from here, right? And what is up bow, guys? Where did that particular post-it go? Okay. The post-it had gone somewhere. But basically, up bow is a triangle, okay? This particular A without a thing. And that's because it starts from here. And I'll just draw it again. Big deal. Hold on. Oh, it's here. It's here. It's here, guys. It's here. Okay. That's up bow. So up bow is because this triangle part starts in the up bow. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how it should be. That's how it's done. So basically, this is how you learn to play the violin. This is the basics that you need to know. Basics behind bowing. Also, I have to tell you a fun fact. How do you hold the bow and violin and stand like this? I'll show you. Cut to another shot. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. So how is it, or how should you stand? This is how you should always stand. This is a good practice. Okay. Like this. Okay. This is fine. This is fine to stand. Okay. Or you could also do the usual one, which is over here. You hold it like this. You hold only this part of the bow, and you stand like this. This is usually how concert people stand. They stand like this, okay, and they stand like that, and they wait, and then they meditate, and then they go, and then they start playing. Okay, this is how it is done. See how I'm standing, guys? This is how a violinist must stand. And let's play what we played. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down bow. 2, 3, 4. Up bow. So it should be like that. The most important thing is don't touch any strings. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like. It shouldn't be like that. Mild pressure. Give mild pressure. It should be like a feather touching a string. You know, but it shouldn't be so light also. Okay, that's how you play it. That's how you do it, and that's how you make violin sound on the bow. Once you're confident with that, then you yourself can try. If you're comfortable down and up bow, no, Dilbar, at least the first one, 0, 1, 0, 1. So 0 basically is no string. I mean, like you're not pressing any string, but on the D string, you need to play Dilbar. So then 1. So then 2, 1, 2, 1. See how I'm using up bow and down bow? Down bow, up bow, down bow, up bow, down bow, up bow, down bow, up bow. So let's switch. This is how it basically looks, okay? So basically the sequence for Dilbar again is 0, 1, 0, 1, 2 1 2 1. And what does those 0 1 2 1 mean? 0 is basically open string, and I told for dilber dilber it is D string. Okay, so open string for this particular string. Okay, this one over here. Now what you should do is basically 1 is the yellow thing, 2 is the green fret, and 3 is the red fret. Okay, this is how you must hold. Fine. Now for 0 1 0 1 basically means 0 1 0 1, and 2 1 is basically 2 1 2 1. So that's how you know, if you know how to play like this, if you know to play it with the bow like this, then only graduate over here. Start with a down bow. So basically 0 1 0 1. So that basically means down bow, up bow, down bow, up bow, and 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1. So basically it is always down up down up down up down up. Same thing with the bow. Okay, it is basically the same thing, and there is no difference to it. Okay, so that is basically how you play, or how you learn to play down bow and up bow using a bow. So we covered a lot actually. I'm surprised how it came into such a short time. Don't think it is this easy to play. To hold a bow itself is difficult, and to keep holding the same position of the bow throughout is also a difficult thing to do. Don't start playing dilbar dilbar unless and until you know how to count 1 2 3 4 and play down bow, and after that play 1 2 3 4 on an up bow. Unless and until you're familiar with that, don't start playing any kind of song. It took me a long time to also play my song, but I'm finding out that whoever is listening to this lives, right? I mean, I'm getting to know a lot of people, they're learning it faster, and I'm really, really happy about that. So don't forget to first count 4 times when you go down bow, then count 4 times when you go up bow. Play both together 1 2 3 4 down, then 1 2 3 4 up. Finished. Okay, that's basically what you need to do. And once you're familiar with that, then try putting the first finger on the first fret and go. That's how you will sound. Okay, and then when you try to put your second and 1 2 1 2 1, if you sound like this, it's good, it's progress. Don't think it sounds bad, because what happens is, even I've been seeing this today. My friend told me, you're playing guitar well, you're playing violin well, but you're playing violin better. That is because violin again helps you express more, but more importantly, the more time you spend playing a particular instrument over a couple of years, the more richer your tone gets over a period of time, and it's something which is very subconscious. Because I found the same thing with my master also. I met him when he was 60, then I met him when he was 70, and the same thing happened. Okay, his tone was very different when I met him earlier, and when I was leaving his class, right, when I saw him, like the last time I saw him was 5 years ago, and when he was playing for me when 5 years ago, his tone was so different. It was more rich. He was using more of this. That vibration, and it feels, you saw this, basically you see my finger wriggling. Okay, it's called vibrato, and we will learn that in some other class. Vibrato is not something you try to learn. It starts to happen over a point of time. You can't learn, I mean, there are exercises in the net for it, but basically it will suddenly automatically come. You will try on your own and suddenly it will come, and suddenly somewhere when you're 6 months in, you'll suddenly start to, like, do this, and sound is beautiful because it goes little high, little low of the core key note. So if you're playing D, for example, it goes slightly towards D sharp, slightly, like, below C sharp. Okay, too much of theory, sorry, but basically it goes a little bit, so it gives that nice tilting kind of a vibe that some of you like when you hear singers sing, and like, all that. So it basically it's more like a vocal sound. So this is basically how you learn to bow. This is the fundamentals of bowing. How to hold a bow. What is down bow? What is up bow? Why does a down bow look like this? And why does the up bow, I think I lost it again, no, I found it, look like this? You know why? Because of this part and this part. Basically telling you should start from here for a down bow, and you should start from the tip for an up bow. Up bow is like this, down bow is like this. You hold the violin like this and you play. Okay, just do one thing, guys. Pick D string, okay, and play down bow for 4 counts and up bow for 4 counts. Do not touch any of the string, and if you do that itself, you are ready for lesson number 3, which is going to happen next week, Saturdays, 9 p.m. So stay tuned, guys, and I'm looking forward to see you all. See you guys. Thanks for tuning in today. And also, hold on. Does anyone have any doubts? Because I see a lot of people are viewing it. Does anyone have any doubts on the violin? Please chat over here. And also, I'll do one more thing. I will link. I link that first lesson for you so that you'll know what all these things mean. It's a little long, but watch it. Hold on. I will link that in the chat so you can take it from the chat. So yeah, I'm here. I'm just linking the video. I'm going to search for my video. Where is it? Hold on. One second, guys. Hold on. I am linking it over here. Okay. This is basically the link you need to basically click. This is the first lesson where I show you basically how to hold a violin, where to place your fingers, why these color stuff is there on my violin. You'll get to know all these things from that particular thing. You watch that video, then you watch this. In that video, I tell you how to play your first 2 songs also. So this link, if you click this link, you can go watch this video. You can skip the part where I first where I basically tape all this. You can skip that part and you can directly go to how to play your songs like Dilbar Dilbar, and also play Mary Had a Little Lamb, only the first sentence. So out of the first sentence in the song. So basically you click this link, you go there and you can know the first lesson. But this is the second lesson. And this time the main thing we knew is we brought the bow in. We learned how to hold a bow, we learned how to go down, and we learned how to go up bow. And with that, we will basically learn how different types of bowing are in the next session we have on Saturdays at 9 p.m. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you all for the lovely comments that you guys are giving and the encouragement that you guys are giving. We've reached 162 subscribers, I think, today. That's a great thing, and a lot of people are also learning. A lot of people are giving their feedback. Please give me your feedback. Tell me what you'd like to know more about the violin, because I'm trying to show you as I have learned it. So if you guys have any other doubts, if you guys come across any other challenges, do let me know. I'll be most happy to answer all your questions. And if you guys want to pick up a violin, pick out a violin, buy a violin, or buy violin accessories, do hit me up. My phone numbers, my email ID, everything is there. You can ping me on Facebook also. And you can ask me questions regarding it. I'll be more than happy to help you go pick out your violin. That's something I love doing. So I'll do it for you guys. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, most importantly. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you know whenever I release this live, whenever I go live, 9 p.m., you will know that. So you can tune in and you can do it. And if you guys are still thinking, should you buy a violin, should you not buy a violin, you please go and buy a violin, because I'm here to help you get started on your violin journey. So this is Vishal signing off. Thanks a lot, guys. See you tomorrow for a guitar tutorial.